One man, 7 unwounded soldiers beside him, 132 German prisoners captured. The raw numbers of Sergeant Alvin York's actions defy standard military logic. His survival secured his place in pop culture, immortalized by Gary Cooper in the film Sergeant York. Yet the man behind the Hollywood mythos started far away from the spotlight. Alvin York was born into extreme poverty in 1887, working as a rural blacksmith and logger in the mountain community of Pall Mall, Tennessee. The mountain blacksmith and the international military icon occupy the same skin, creating a gap between his origins and his legacy that defines his central tension. In his early years, he was known for heavy drinking, gambling, and fistfights. That stopped on New Year's Day in 1915, following a spiritual conversion at a local church. When the draft notice arrived in 1917, it triggered an immediate crisis. Now a devout member of the Church of Christ in Christian Union, York applied for conscientious objector status, as his faith strictly forbade killing. He spent hours in intense, soul-searching conversations with his commanders. Captain Danforth and Major Buxton used biblical scriptures to help York determine if he could reconcile his personal faith with his duty to the country. The stakes were high. The military was about to drop a man who believed killing was a sin into America's deadliest offensive. The fog was thick on the morning of October 8, 1918, during the Meuse-Argonne Offensive. Serving with the 82nd Division, York's battalion stepped into an open valley and was instantly pinned down by over 30 hidden German machine guns. The ambush decimated the American leadership in minutes, leaving York suddenly in charge of only 7 unwounded men. Outnumbered and entirely isolated, York's position worsened when a German officer ordered a direct bayonet charge right at his unit. Drawing his .45 Colt pistol, York applied a wild turkey tactic, shooting the charging soldiers sequentially, from back to front. Dropping the rearmost first kept the lead men unaware their comrades were falling. Their momentum continued until sequentially targeted, preventing cover. Witnessing this accuracy, the German commander, Lieutenant Paul Vollmer, surrendered his entire remaining force to York, 132 men. Survival in the Argonne came down to the lethal application of mountain hunting skills in the center of a modern trench war. For decades, skeptics doubted the logistics of a single man holding off and capturing an entire company of enemy combatants. To find the truth, the Sergeant York project used metal detectors to meticulously sweep the Argonne forest between 2006 and 2009. This data map shows what they found. The specific cluster of unfired cartridges and mess equipment aligns with the ravine described in York's own combat reports. Physical evidence has validated the narrative, grounding the history of York's stand in the tangible reality of the forest floor. York returned to America as an international hero, decorated with the highest military honors of the era. His honors included the French Croix de Guerre, cementing his status on the world stage. But the man who never wanted to take a life refused to profit from it. He turned down financial opportunities and commercial endorsements, believing it was inappropriate to capitalize on an act of war. Instead, he focused on fighting poverty, raising funds to build the York Agricultural and Industrial Institute for the children of the Tennessee mountains. When county officials refused to support the school, York mortgaged his own house and paid the teachers out of his own pocket. He now rests in the Wolf River Cemetery in Pall Mall. His legacy is defined by his verified battlefield courage and his lifelong refusal to trade his integrity for fame.